Hi, my fourth graders, welcome back. This is lesson 1.4, round multi-digit numbers. We did this one last year, okay? So this is not a new lesson again, especially chapter 1 is something that you just review what you know and what you learned last year, okay? Maybe we use one more digit or two more digits than last year, but still same, okay? We're similar. So don't be afraid and let's dive into. Our target is to use place value to round multi-digit numbers. Okay, and our criteria is that I can explain which digit I use to round and why. And I can round a multi-digit number to any place. All right, do you remember the rounding number? Zero, oops, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is what? Round down, right? And which means we are not going to change anything, but we are going to leave the target number as is, and then right side, okay, right to the target number, all the digits need to be 0, right? And 5 and up, round up, which is what? We are going to add 1 to the target number. Remember that. All right, so let's move on. Write 5 numbers that round to 250 when rounded to the nearest 10. Nearest 10, which means what? This is a target number, right? So 10th place. So I'm going to move backward and forward and see what numbers, okay? Which numbers that we can, when we it rounded to 250. So first number that I can use is, yes, 249 and 248, of course, 247. And maybe you can still use up to 246 and 245 as well, okay? But we don't have enough space or we don't need to. Let's move on to the right side. Oh, I think it's too close. I can say 251 and 252 and 253 and 254. So look at this, ones place, which is the number right side of the target number, which is 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? From 251, 252, 253, and 254. When you round these numbers to the nearest 10, it's going to be round down to 250. Make sense? Do you know why we are saying this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is round down number? Okay? Because the value is going down to 250. In the other hand, 245, okay, and 246, 247, 248, and 249. When you round these numbers, these are going to be what? Round up to 250. Remember? So when the number, I used to call it matter number because this matter, okay? This digit is the matter. That's the matter, okay, to the target number. So right next to the target number is the matter number. So when the matter number is 5 and up, we round up because this value of number is going to go up to 250. Do you remember why we are saying round up or round down, right? So this 5 and up is going to go round up, and 0 to 4 is going to be round down. All right, so I'm going to pick only 5 out of these. I have 9 of them. Okay, so I'm going to say 247, 248, 249, and 251, 252. Okay, if you want to pick something else, it's up to you. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, now let's move on. Write 5 numbers that round to 500 when rounded to the nearest 100. So the problem is what? Our, yes, our target number is 100 place. Okay, 100 place. And what's the matter? Yes, the number right next to it, which is what? To the right side. Okay, so here is 0. Okay, so I'm going to use the same strategy. I'm going to go down here 499, 498, 497. The number goes on and on and on. Okay? Up to what? 400? Yes. 50? Okay, when you round this number, let me write it down in here. When you round this 450 to the nearest 100, which is this 5 is the matter number, that's 5 and up. So this 450 is close to 500, not 400. Okay, do you remember that? So up to 450, you can pick any number. Okay, and what about above than 500? I'm going to go here, 501, 502, 503, 504, the move, okay, go on and on and on, and up to what? 549, because 4 is what? Round down. Okay, so 4 is round down number. So when you find out the round number, okay, to the nearest 100, this is going to be what? 500. Okay, so you can pick any number in between 450 to 549. So I'm going to pick in here the easy one ever, 497 first, and 498, 499. Doesn't matter if you pick like 451 or 452, doesn't matter as long as this is more than 450 and less than 549, you can pick any number, okay? And 501, 502. Okay, that's my numbers. All right, explain your strategy, then explain how you could use the strategy to round a four-digit number to the nearest thousand. I'm going to leave on to you and we can explain together, okay, what I'm going over. But I want you to know there is target number, okay? So when you target, okay, to the nearest 100 or 1,000, four-digit is 1,000, okay, probably here 1 2 3 4, let's say 1234. That's four-digit number, that's the thousand. So when you round this number into thousands place, you are going to check what the number right next to it, okay, to the right side, which is 2 here. That's what we call it, okay, we just nickname it meta number, okay. All right, so when the matter number is what? 0 through 4, we are going to round down, okay? Which means what? This is going to be round down to 1,000. However, if we have 5 through 9, we are going to go round up in case, or for example, if we have 1,678. Target number is what? 1,000, right? And the matter number is what? Hundreds place, which is 600 in here. So this is 5 and up, round up. So I'm going to add this into what? 1 to the target number. So it becomes 2,000. In the other hand, or in the other word, I used to say this 1,678 is close to 1,000 or 2,000. Sometimes it works better for you or your friend, or even many times even little ones. Okay, so what do you think if you think this 1,678 is close to 1,000 or 2,000? Of course, it's 2,000. That's how you round the number. Because this 600, 1,600, 600 is what, more than 500, which is more than halfway through. Then you are going to round up. Okay, remember, I'm going to explain that way. Okay, I'm going to leave as is, and then we are going to discuss together. Okay, after um, you are done, and when we go over the lesson. Okay, let's move on. Otherwise, it's gonna take so long. Okay, all right. To round the number, find the multiple of 10, 100, and 1,000, and so on. That is closest to the number. You can use a number line or place value to round numbers. Okay, example. But many times I think I need to tell you, or if you learned through me or from me last year, I used to say what number line. Sometimes it makes confuse for me, but if it works for you, it's fine. We can use it. But it's always good to know how to use this number lines or any place value, any strategies. Okay, it's always good to explore. Okay, and different method. All right, so example, use a number line to round 4,276 to the nearest thousand. So what's the target number? 1,000, which is 4. And what's the matter number? Number right next to it, to the right side, okay, which is 2. Okay, before we move on, let's see this matter number. This is the matter, right? 2 is what? Round down or round up? If you said round down, you're correct. Okay, because these 2 belongs to what? 0 through 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Round down. And 5 and up, which is 5 through 9, round up. Okay, remember, but let's use our number line in here. So 420, 4,000, sorry, 276 is here, as you see in here, in blue color, 4,276. Okay, so halfway number is what? Halfway through is what? 4,500, right? And this number is not exceed or not reach to halfway through. That means what? You need to round down to 4,000, not 5,000. Okay, so the answer is what? 4,276 is closer to 4,000 than it is to 5,000. Makes sense, right? Okay, so 4,276 rounded to the nearest thousand is what? 5,000. Okay, we are talking about thousands place because they ask us to round the number to the nearest thousand. Okay, all right, so let's move on. Use place value to round 385,617 to the nearest 10,000. All right, so let's see what Newton or Descartes is thinking. Remember, if the digit to the right of the rounding digit is 5 or greater, then the rounding digit increases by 1. In the other word, we can say what? When the target number, let's say the target number here is what? Nearest 10,000, which is 80,000 in here, right? And what's the matter number? The number right next to it, the right number next to it, to the right side is what? The matter number. When the matter number is 5 and up, we round up, which means what? We need to add 1 to our target number. That's what that card is explaining, and we know it already, right? All right, so let's go ahead. Our target is what? 10,000 place, which is what? 8 here, the digit 8, but the place value is what? 80,000. All right, now 380,000. Hold on, no. So the number here, 385,617 is close to 380,000 or 390,000. Yes, this is close to 390,000. Why? Because this number already, the matter number is what? 5, has passed the halfway through. So this 385,617 rounded to the nearest 10,000 is what? 300 390,000. Let's practice here a little bit more, and then I'm going to ask you to do it yourself. Okay, so this lesson, remember, just remember what is a target number and what's the matter number. Okay, if the matter number is 5 and up, round up. Okay, 4 and down, round down. Okay, round the number to the place of the underlined digit. Okay, so here, this is a target, and 9 is the matter number, which is what? 5 and up. That means what? 7,000, right? Round up. Okay, 43,200. Okay, so this is the target number, and matter number is what? 2, which is round down. So we are going to round this number into what? 43,000. Okay, so we are not going to write everything, but we are going to say this 43,215 is close to 43,000, not 44,000. Make sense? All right. Now 25,883. This 5 is the matter number, which is 5 and up. Yes, add 1 more to the target number. So this 25,883 is close to 30,000, then 20,000. Make sense? All right. Now let's move on. This 148,796. So 40,000, this 10,000. nearest 10,000, we are going to round up to, or I'm sorry, round to, okay? Because we don't know round up or down yet. But the reason why I said round up, because I saw already 8, which is what? Greater than 5, 5 and up, round up. So I'm going to add 1 to the target number, which is what? This number is close to 150,000, not 140,000. Make sense? All right, let's move on to number 5. Round 5,379 to the nearest thousand. Thousand here, 5,000. And what's the matter number? 3. Yep, the number right next to it, to the right side. Okay, 3 is what? Round down number, so I'm going to, okay, round down to 5,000. So this number is what? Close to 5,000, not 6,000, because we are talking about, yeah, nearest thousand, okay? So round 70,628 to the nearest 10,000. Okay, 70,628. Okay, now what's the matter? I mean, what's the matter number? 0, which is what? Okay, round down number. So this number is close to 70,000, not 80,000. Make sense? Because we are going to, no, we are asked to round to the nearest 10,000. All right, round 362,113 to the nearest 100,000. Okay, and what's the matter number? The number right next to it to the right side, which is 6. Okay, round up or down? Round up. So this is close to what? 400,000 or 300,000? Yes, 400,000. Okay, all right. Round 982,638 to the nearest thousand. All right, so what's the matter number? 6 here. The number right next to it to the right side. Okay, so 6. 6 is what? 5 and up. Yes, so I'm going to add 1 into what? Our target number, and then we are going to keep everything else. Okay? Okay, so 983,000, not 982,000, because we need to round up. All right? So now I want you to pause the video, and I'm sure I posted already the place value song and round how to round, okay, rounding number song already. So I'm sure you watched it first, okay? Make sure if you didn't, I forgot to mention it in the beginning of the class, the lesson, but please go ahead and watch it, okay? And please do it yourself, do your best, and come back to check your answers with mine. And if you have any questions or if you got confused or made mistake and do you want me to explain more, please put star mark on it, okay? Do not just pass, okay? Just put star mark on it and then ask me questions, okay, while we are going over together. All right, so pause the video and come back to check your answers later, okay? See you soon. All right, welcome back, guys. I'm sure you've done your work, okay? Individual work. So I'm going to give you the answers, okay? So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to raise your hand. All right, so round the number to the place of the underlined digit, which means what? The target number is the underlined digit. Okay, so all we need to do is what? Check the matter number, okay? 4 is what? Round down, so I'm going to just go ahead and change that into 3,600. And 1 is what? Round down. So 1, 7, which is 17,000. Okay? And this is also what? Oh, this is round up. So I'm going to keep all the numbers to the left side of the target number. And then I'm going to add 1 into our target number, which is it becomes 4, and make everything else 0. Okay, that's the rule, and you learned it last year, remember? All right, number 12. Target is what? 2,000, and matter number is what? 9, which is what? Round up. So I'm going to keep all the numbers to the left side of the target number, which is 54 here, right? But it's not 54, 540, and I'm going to add 1 into our target number when I round up number. Okay, so 543,000, and I'm going to change everything else into 0. Okay, that's how you round the number. All right, numbers 13, round the number to the nearest thousand. Okay, so here Meta number is 4, so this is round down. So I'm going to go ahead and write 9,000. So nearest 1,000, and 4 is round down. So I'm going to just keep this 57,000. All right, and 1,000. Okay, 4 is round down, so 360,000 because you don't have anything to add to the target number. Make sense? All right, so 824,000 because the matter number one is what? Yes, round down number. Okay, and round the number to the nearest 100,000 here. Okay, so the matter number is 2 in here, which is round down. So I'm going to keep what? Everything else 0. So 200,000. Okay, and now 5 is what? Yes, round up. So I'm going to add 1 into our target number. It becomes 500,000. And target number is 1 and meta number is 0, which means what? Yes, round down. So I'm going to write 100,000. And uh-oh, number 20, there is nothing on 100,000. So what are you going to do? Yes, keep it, keep your target number into like 0, okay? There is nothing in 100,000, but what is the meta number? Yes, 7, which is what? Round up, so I'm going to add into our target number, right? So it becomes 100, sorry, 100,000, okay? Sometimes and many times my students got confused because there's nothing in this 100,000 place. Then you need to check what? Yes, the right number right next to the target number. Okay, and if the right next to the target number is 4 and down, you need to round down to 0. That's it. We are going to see more questions like that, okay? And then when we have the questions, we are going over again. All right, number 21, write a 5-digit number that has the digits 6, 0, 4, 2, and 8, and rounds to 70,000. Round it to the nearest 10,000. Okay, it can be very, maybe not. We'll see. All right, 6 rounds to 70,000. Okay, so maybe we can play around. It can be 8 or 0, 4, 2 in 10,000, okay? So I'm going to pick 6 as 10,000's place, and in order to round to 70,000, we have to have what? Some number greater than 5 because we need to round up. Make sense? So I have 8. And after, doesn't matter any number you pick, so I'm going to pick 420. Okay? So when you round this number into 10,000, yes, 8 is what? Random number. That means you are going to add 1 into our target number, which is what? 70,000. So the answer is what? 68,420. It can be 68,204 or 86,000 402. What else? Yeah, 240 also, right? 68,240. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, more. Okay, 68,042 or 68,024. Okay, those are all the possibilities. Okay, possible answers. Um, I I used to say to my students, math, there are many ways, different ways to find the answers. Okay, so do not worry or do not be scared to find another way than Mr. Lee's way or some others way, okay? If you can find your own way, please tell me and we can explore it together. And if that's correct, you can use that, okay? All right, number 22. When finding the United States Census, should you round or find an exact answer? Explain. Yeah, census is what? The population. So how many people are living in this United States? Okay, that's the census. Now, do you need to round or do you need to find an exact number? When you say or when your friend asks, how many people are in the United States? And are you going to say, oh, There are 65,852 people. No, you can't say that, right? Because you're saying you're just gonna say what? Oh, maybe 60 million, right? That's what? Rounding numbers. Okay, so we are going to use what? Rounding numbers. Okay, because it's easy. It's easy to remember and easy to understand, okay, if it is rounded. Okay, so that's my explanation. So it is easier to find and remember. Number 23. A lightning strike can reach a temperature of about what? 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Now write four-digit temperatures for a lightning strike. Okay, maybe it can be vary, okay? Um, four possible temperatures for lightning strike. Okay, so I'm going to say 54. Do you remember we started before? 001. Okay, or 54,002. You can move on, okay? Or even 53,000, I'm going to say 899. Or 53,999. Make sense? Yeah. So any numbers you can pick, okay, from what? Yes. 5,300. Oh, so what did I say? 53,500 to what? 54,499. Any number in between can be the answer. Okay? All right. Next to it, next page. I think my brain is not working anymore. I need some break. Well, hold on. We have last page in here. Example, when the results are rounded to the nearest 10,000, which token received about 160,000 votes? Okay. Round each number to the nearest 10,000. Okay, easy peasy. Nearest 10,000. Okay, so this is what? Round down. So keep the number to the left side and everything else 0. Okay, here round down, so 150,000. And this is what? Round up number, so I'm going to put what? 210,000. And still round down, 210,000. And here 170,000, because this is 7, round up. Okay, so 6 is what? Round up. So I'm going to add 1 into our target number. So 15, I mean 150,000. And here 170,000 and 160,000. Okay, so what is it? Rubber Duck received about 160,000 votes. Okay, so that's the Rubber Duck here. Um, you see? All right, we have 3 more to go. 4, I'm sorry. You see, I told you my brain stopped working. Okay, use the table above. Okay, we need to use still up there. Okay, when the results are rounded to the nearest 10,000, which tokens received about 150,000 votes? We found already here, right? 150,000 votes, which is what? 154,165 is cat, and one number is 146,000. Oh yeah, penguin. Okay, so cat and penguin. Okay, what about number 25? Okay, when the results are rounded to the nearest 100,000, which tokens received about 100,000 votes? Okay, so this is something that we need to find out, okay, from this table, not from the one that we rounded already. So I'm just gonna erase this table and find rounded nearest 100,000. Okay, so here, so I'm going to find out some number. The matter number is what? 4 and down, which is what I found already. Penguin and battleship, which is what? The matter number is 3, target number is 1, and matter number is 4, and target number is 1, and everything else is what? Greater than 4. Okay, so I'm going to say battleship and what else? Penguin. All right. To which place should you round each number of votes so that you can order the numbers from greatest to least? Okay, explain. All right, so which place should you round each number of votes so that you can order the numbers from greatest to least? Okay, so greatest to least. Let me see. So we have different numbers here from Battleship to Rubber Duck, and we have the least number is what? Battleship, right? And greatest number is what? Yeah, dog. Okay, so we can compare the 100,000 place and 10,000 place, and what about thousands place? When you round this to the 10,000s place, we have two numbers, which is we cannot compare like which is less least number. For example, 100, the battleship I'm saying 134,704, and then let's see, the second one is what? 146,661. We did it already when we round this into um, nearest 100,000. They are going to change to what? 100,000, right? Both, because we are going to round down this number. So it's not possible to compare from the hundredths place, 100,000s place. What about tens place, 10,000s place, I'm saying. Okay, let's say we are going to include the cat, 154,165. Okay, so when let's change into 10,000 place as a target number, then matter number is what? Okay, here, which is what? This is gonna be, I'm gonna change it again to make you understand. Okay, when we change this round number into tens, 10,000s place, this becomes what? Round down 130,000. And this becomes what? 50,000, sorry. Because this 6 is what? Greater than 5, which is what? Round up. So this 4 becomes 5. Okay, so 150,000. What about this? 154,000. 4 is what? Round down number. So this becomes 150 again, 1,000. Okay, so you cannot compare this cat and penguin, right? Yeah, cat and penguin. So 10,000th place is not possible again. What about what about thousands place? The least number is what? 100 battleship, which is 134. When you round this number into 10,000, it becomes what? 135,000. And 154,000, and this becomes 208,000, and this becomes 212,000. I'm rounding into to the thousands place, okay? So 168,000 and 147,000, and this becomes 165,000 and 160,000. So you can place that into from what? Least, which is the battleship, to greatest, which is the dog. Okay, none number is overlapping or same. So you know we can round to the thousands place. Why? Because it's easier to compare. Or you can say what? Oh, So there is no number that will be the same. Okay, when you round this to the thousands place, the numbers value has all different. Okay, so you're not gonna get confused. All right, 27, last question. A car battery should be replaced when the odometer shows about 50,000 miles. None of the cars below have had a battery replacement. Which cars might need a new battery? Okay, so none of the cars changed their batteries yet, but when they hit the 50,000 miles, they should replace the batteries. Okay, so now we are going to see which number, when we round to the nearest 10,000, is going to be 50,000. Okay, this is way new. Okay, way new. The first car is way new, so battery it has, so it's not. 44,000, when you round it into 10,000, it's going to be 40,000. So this is not reached yet. 53,000 already passed, which means what? Yes, you don't have to, you don't even need to round into, right? But when you round into, the target number is 10,000 and then meta number is 3, which is what? 50,000. So you need to change this white car. And what about green car? Yes, target number is what? 4 and meta number is 9, which is what? Round up. So 50,000. So green car's battery needs to be replaced. What about the yellow car? No, 35. No, still 40,000 when you round it up to, okay? All right, so the answer is what? White and green cars. All right. So today I explained a lot more than and the number is a little bit big numbers and I had more time to explain. But concept itself is not that hard, okay? So I want you to understand and please remember to put star mark on it and then ask me questions when you need to, okay? I will see you soon. Oh, your homework is what? Page 225 and 6. Okay, I will see you soon.